Did you speak to the super?
Didn't get a chance to. Margaret decided to tell him that it was all an accident.
Good. It's a good result.
Margaret seems to think so too. In fact, she feels that I owe her one. I should be eternally grateful because she chose not to ruin my career.
You didn't do anything.
No, I know I didn't do anything, Terry. I mean, she's trying to mess with my mind. In fact, I think that she wants some kind of power over me.
The only power she'll have over you is the power you give her.
Yvonne said you were thinking about doing the pregnancy test, Catherine.
I'm all right. It came out negative. Sorry, Dad.
As long as you're all right.
Well, Rob Langley clearly didn't rape her, but he did have sex with her.
Yeah. However old she looks, she's still a child. He should have known.
We'll need a new statement from her, so I'm going to ask you to bring her down to the station as soon as possible.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Mrs. Pickard.
Mum, how are you?
Great. First day's DCI, and here I am back on a reopened murder case. Has PC Harmon been told that we need to interview her today?
Oh, she's been notified, yeah?
As Scott Burnett's former FLO, it's important we talk to her. Thanks, Gina.
So, how was Barton Street?
I'm fine. I've never felt better. Go on.
So this is good news. If she's admitted that she's been lying all along, I'm free to go.
Well, it's not quite that simple. I mean, she's 13, Rob. Sexual activity with a child is illegal.
Look, right, mate. If I admit having underage sex with her without knowing that she was underage, what's the worst that can happen?
Well, prison. I mean, I don't know what the maximum is.
Prison?
The thing is, if you plead guilty now, and there's evidence that she lied about her age, then they might be lenient with you in court.
You're right.
But if you plead not guilty now, and they prove that you did have sex with her, then they'll come down on you hard. See, there's this thing called honest belief, yeah? Now, in the defence, someone can say, I honestly thought that she was 17 or whatever.
Well, I did. But she's going to turn up in court in a school uniform, isn't she? How's that going to make me look?
So you play the same game. Best suit like you've just walked off a wedding cake. That's the game, innit?
Never been in any trouble before.
That'll go in your favour, then.
Back here again, Miss Hardy?
They told me he got worse, but now they won't tell me anything else.
Well, the doctors have explained that he's got a subdural hematoma, which is a blood clot on the brain.
He's going to be all right, isn't he?
They're doing their best, but in the meantime, do you mind answering a few more questions, just through me?
Not being funny, but I've told you everything I can remember already.
Oh, I'm sure you have. It won't take long. Anybody local with a grudge against Mr. Carter? Any rows in the shop with customers lately?
Oh, yeah, he was always getting on people's nerves.
Like whom?
Did he get on your nerves, Miss Hardy?
No. Well, yeah, sometimes.
In what way?
All sorts of ways, I don't know.
Mr. Carter is very ill, and it could be life-threatening.
What?
So if you're trying to protect somebody, like a customer, what happened?
He was touching me. I'll do it again if he comes near me. He never stops. He's forever niggling, criticising on and on. His eyes following me.
You say that he touched you, yes?
I was stacking cans on the top shelf. He put his hand up my skirt. Loretta's sick. I mean, so much debt. I work all hours for next to nothing. I have one of the cans in my hand, and when he put his hand up my skirt, I just lost it.
Angela, could you not just have left?
He's my landlord as well as my boss. I'm behind with the rent. If I pack in the job, I'll lose the flat. I'm trapped. And he knows it.
Look, it's going to be all right. We'll sort it out, OK? We'll sort it out. Really, it's going to be all right.
P.C. Harmon, you decided to grace us with your presence.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about the last few days, Mum, but like I said on the phone, Scott's really been fearing for his safety since Greg Campbell's been released.
Yeah, I heard all that yesterday. MIT are here, and they will want you for interviews since your shift is finished today.
Does that mean they'll want to reinvestigate Scott too?
Well, I imagine so, because he was married to the victim. Now, if I were you, I'd go through all your notes when you were Scott's family liaison officer, because MIT will not leave any stone unturned.
Mum.
You said you wanted to tell us something, Mr. Langley.
Prepared a statement for you. Shall I read it?
No. Tell us in your own words. As simply as you can.
Well, I had sex with the girl.
Catherine Pickard.
Yeah, but I honestly believe when I met her that she was...
What you did or didn't believe is for the court to look at, Mr. Langley. It's not my job to go into why you did it. Do you understand?
Sure, yeah.
Now, you've admitted a serious offence here.
Yeah, but I didn't force her. Whatever her father thinks. It wasn't rape.
Well, it'll probably be looked at.
We'll get to the exact charge later, Mr. Langley. In the meantime, thank you for your cooperation and for your statement.
Interview terminated at 14:11.
Thank you for your advice.
So what's this advice you gave Mr. Langley, then, that he was so thankful for?
Well, I just told him, that he was in a corner and that he should come clean.
Right. Is that it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, Sarge, but I reckon the bloke's got a case. She doesn't look like a child. She drinks. She smokes.
Yeah, but he must have had some doubt about her age, don't you think?
Well, you can't ask every girl you meet for a birth certificate, though, can you, Sarge?
No.
Is there a problem?
I need to look at Catherine's personal details.
Well, they're on my desk. Why?
Yeah, I want to check her date of birth.
Got a result, though, didn't we, Sarge?
Sarge, it's that statement.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's okay. It's nothing to worry about. MIT, want to go over a few things?
What things?
Well, I didn't get a list. There's a new DCI.
Yeah, Morale.
Yeah, well, she called, said they weren't giving up, and they were determined to find out what happened to Karen.
Right.
Well, I think they know Greg did it, but they can't crack it.
Scott, when you go in there, just be prepared.
And what for?
They might suspect you again.
Don't worry about it, all right? I'll be fine. See you later.
See ya.
How'd you get on?
Catherine's birthday's the 13th of March.
Well, that changes everything.
Why, Sarge?
Well, because in his statement, Rob Langley admitted they had sex on the 10th of March, 3 days before her birthday.
Right.
Which unfortunately means, Gary, she was 12 years old at the time. The Sexual Offences Act was rewritten 18 months ago. Having sex with a child under the age of 13 is now statutory rape. You know, any belief about her age or consent is irrelevant. There's no defence.
Well, that's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Well, it's the law, Gary. The CPS may want to charge him with rape. And if they do, the maximum sentence is life.
Mr. Langley, I've got to tell you this. There's some question over what you'll be charged with.
But you said unlawful sex. You said they'd go easy on me.
It's a bit more complicated than that now. There's a good chance that you could be charged with rape.
I didn't rape her. I didn't force her.
No, and she's not saying that you did.
Well, then what?